See, Colorado's a massive challenge. We all see where they are in the standings, despite some of the injuries they have. Just maybe give us a thought on the quality of the opponent and what makes them so dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it when we went there and we played them. It was a heck of a game. But I think just the quality of opponent, you have some players over there that are elite and some of the best in the league, obviously. And I think just overall, I think they have a ton of depth on, both forward and D, and they're just an extremely well-rounded team, and it shows in the standings.
What effect does it have on your group to have the success that you've had at home? Like, how does that manifest itself tonight when you got an opponent like this rolling into your building, but you've been so good here?
Yeah, no, we want to make this place a hard place to play. I think, especially come playoff time, the good teams don't lose much at home. So for us, we take pride in this building and the fans and making it a hard place for the other team to play. And obviously, we had a really good road trip, so we want to continue, our streak here and just keep building.
Hey, Zach, just over here.
Hey.
Evan Bouchard had his best game probably in the NHL the other night. What have you seen in his development from when you got here to now? How have you seen his growth?
Yeah, I think just, confidence. I think he was playing really confident. When he's confident with the puck, he's able to make a ton of plays. He's a great passer, and obviously you saw it with the shot. He's got a big shot back there. So just seeing his confidence grow has been awesome. And I think for any young player, you go through ups and downs in a season. And I think that you're seeing the best version of Bush, and when he's when he plays like that, he's a game changer.
When you come into the league as an offensive defenseman, people say that you come in as an offensive defenseman, but to stay here, you got to be you have to play in your own end. Do you see that evolution as well? Is he getting better in his own end, and that's kind of opening up things offensively for him?
For sure. I mean, if you're an offensive defenseman, you get hemmed in your own end. There's not much good to it, right? So I think for him, I think he's holding lines well. I think he's playing more physically and he's breaking the puck out well. He's a great passer, like I said, so he's able to break out the puck and get the puck into the forward's hands and then transition and then join the rush and use his offensive instinct. So I think that he's a great player, and he's only going to get better as he continues to mature as a player.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Hey, Zach.
Hey.
6 wins in a row, but even when you're winning, there's obviously always times the other team might carry the play. What do you think you guys have been doing or have allowed you to sort of, limit the damage or survive times of the game when the other team might have a bit of a territorial advantage?
Sure. Hockey's a game of momentum. There's different shifts in the game, and being able to kind of, bend but not break is really important. I think, for us, just when things aren't going our way, just, getting back to our system and just, allowing chances from the outside, I would say. And I think, of late, we've been finding ways to win, maybe games that we shouldn't necessarily win or games that we wouldn't have won early on in the season. We're finding ways to win close games, 2-1 games, 6-1 games, whatever the case may be. I think that as a good team, even when you're not at your best, if you're able to find ways to win, that makes you a great team. And I think of late, we've been able to do that.
And I just want to flash back to the end of the last game in the final 30 seconds. When you get the puck down low, did you have to fight your instincts to take it to the net and get a shot because the run some time off?
No. Well, I mean, there's no sense. 30 seconds left in the game. I think I'm the three of us who are on the ice are pretty good holding the puck and being able to kind of milk some clock. Just if you're able to hold it on the wall, it's like in the NFL when a guy can go in for a touchdown, he just kneels it on the 2 or whatever, right? So you can kind of try to end the game and finish it off there.
Zach, you mentioned that Colorado game about 3 weeks ago, and I wonder how much or what you take from that game, given you didn't have Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Derek Brassard, Brett Kulak in the lineup that game. How much different? How much do you go back to that game?
Yeah, I think if it's anything like the last game, it's going to be high pace, high intensity. It was, it felt like a playoff game. And obviously it's nice to have a bunch of guys who are in our lineup now that weren't in when we played them last. So it's exciting. I think it's a great test for us. They're a great team, and we've been playing really well of late, so we're excited about it.
How much did you find, you're missing that one game with Leon there. How much did you find that the dynamic of your line changed without him and with him? What was kind of the subtleties that he missed and that you guys as wingers could kind of add to that line?
Yeah, I mean, well, that game just in general, I don't think it was probably it wasn't our best game of the season just as a group, obviously, but we were able to find a way to win. But I mean, Leon's an irreplaceable part of our team. He's a 50-goal scorer, plays in all situations and just, does everything the right way and, on the face-offs also, right? So he just impacts all different types of the game, and he's an extremely important player for us.
Zach, Michigan alum, were you before the game on Thursday? Were you watching that game going overtime at all?
Off, you told me they're going to win 5-2.
I'm often wrong, as many of you guys
You
know.
told me, you guaranteed it, and no,
But just a thought on what that, I mean, they've won the most national champions.
Yeah.
What that program meant to you specifically.
yeah.
Trajectory and progression.
No, I mean, I caught the end of it, the overtime, which was, heartbreaking, obviously, for those guys. But anytime you're in a one-game elimination, that happens, right? They had an incredible team, incredible players who are now signing to go, play pro, and I'm sure there'll be, some superstars coming up in this league that'll be from that team. But just for me personally, the University of Michigan, my 4 years there had a massive impact on my career. And as a person, as a player, I wouldn't be who I am without those 4 years. Red Berenson was there. He's now since retired, but just a huge part of my hockey career. Brian Wiseman, who's now a coach here, was a coach there as well. And worked with him on kind of the skills stuff. So just 4 years that really helped me become an NHL player.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bob. Perfect. Thanks, guys.